I know they mad that I can spit, I go off loyalty. So ain't no back door over here, I like that pretty tea. I go off qualities, they call me Prodigy. Okay, Prodigy. I know they mad that I can spit, I go off loyalty. So ain't no back door over here, I like that pretty tea. I go off qualities, they call me Prodigy. Okay. How y'all doing? I'm Christopher Redman, also known as Prodigy the Artist, and on today's episode of 10 Minutes of Prodigy, we have Cameron Hardamon from Hope Chicago, the Chief Impact Officer. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So today, 10 Minutes of Prodigy, we like to dive into stories of people who make an impact inside of Chicago. So I felt like it was a perfect guest for that, as you want to big boss their hope.
Yeah.
And you're really making a difference. So I wanted to dive into your background and your journey and how you got to this position.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. This is my first ever podcast, so hopefully I do a good job. But a little bit about my journey. I'm actually from Northeast Tennessee, a small town called Kingsport, and always had big dreams of living in a big city downtown, but never did I think it would lead me to Chicago. After college, I was actually a sports management major in college. I spent some time working for some professional sports teams in the NCAA, but ultimately really wanted to do community work. I am the product of great mentors and after school programs and church programs. And so that's really a part of who I am. And so I went to graduate school, got my master's in public affairs and nonprofit management, and then ultimately made the move to Chicago. So I've been in Chicago for over 10 years. I've done everything from work in the nonprofit sector, in the government sector. I was in the mayor's office for Mayor Lori Lightfoot. And then most recently have been Chief Impact Officer, as you said, here at Hope Chicago. And so I think the thing that kind of is the through line through my career is I really like working in the mission-driven startup space. And so every opportunity that I've had has really been at the start of something new or coming in, getting an organization ready for a change. And so that's the work that I'm really drawn to and that I really enjoy.
I appreciate you. So from City Hall to, Hope Chicago, like what challenges and struggles you face?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think when I was in City Hall, I was really interested in how does the machine work? How does government work? As we know, Chicago is a very political city. But for me, there's a lot of bureaucracy and things move really slow on purpose. And so when I left City Hall, and I was there during COVID, so it was a wild time, learned a lot about myself, developed a lot of new skills. But when I made the decision to leave City Hall, I wanted to take the knowledge that I had gained there and bring it back into the community and the nonprofit sector and figure out how to help connect organizations to the resources and then the opportunities that I knew existed in the city. And so I took that knowledge, got very fortunate, knew Dr. Jackson from my time in City Hall. And so when she was building Hope Chicago, got a call and said, "Hey, do you want to help us figure out how to do this?" Yeah.
Okay. So, to give advice to young professionals who's trying to get into leadership role, what are some main things and points you want to give to them so they can be prepared?
Yeah. So the best piece of advice I think I've ever gotten was from my dad. I'm a huge daddy's girl. But he said, take your blinders off. And so as you think about the career journey I just described, starting in professional sports, now working in nonprofits, had I had my blinders on and I want to work in professional sports and this is what I want to do, I would have never ended up here. And so, I've been very fortunate to have people along the way who have helped mentor me and help me grow. But I think that's the most important thing is just, be open to what experiences can be and what you can learn from it. And progress is not linear. And your journey is your journey. And so if you, allow for that openness of where things could go, then I think you'll find success.
Okay. So tell us a little more about Hope Chicago and what it is.
Yeah, so Hope Chicago is a two-generation college access scholarship program, and we're really about helping families find their economic mobility. And so we were founded by a serial entrepreneur who actually made his money, the majority of his money, when cannabis went legal. And so he really felt that he had made money off of um, what has incarcerated and held a lot of Black and brown people back. And so this is his way of kind of, he says paying it backwards. I say paying it forward, but what could he do? So when he made his money, he retired at 40, went around the country studying the roots of poverty. And he came away with two foundational things. One is education is absolutely a game changer. And two, you can't change a family one generation at a time. And so with that, this idea of the two-generation scholarship program came to be. He launched it in his hometown of Toledo, found some success there, and then wanted to bring it to Chicago because that's where he had really made his wealth.
That's huge. What's one of your favorite parts about being at Hope?
I love my job. Really, I get to do the things that I'm good at. But I think the most favorite part is getting to talk to you, scholars. We do some events in the summer that really get us in front of our families, and everyone just has like their own stories. And I just really enjoy getting to know others. And my husband and I, we don't have any kids. I think of all of the Hope Scholars, I'm like auntie status. So, whatever I can do to help our scholars, and really get to know you guys and be that person in your corner, be your auntie. Like, I really like that.
That's a vibe. Tell us a little bit about Go Getters.
Yeah, so Goal Getters, there's two parts to it. So it's our college readiness conference for our rising freshmen. And so it's everything that they need to know so that they can hit campus ready to rock and roll, be successful. So talking about budgeting, how to read your syllabus, like how to navigate campus, getting to know other Hope Scholars from different schools that are going to be on campus with you. And then our upperclassmen Goal Getters Conference, last year, the focus was on policy. This year, we focused on career. And so it was, I think, a really good experience. I'm interested what you think. But we brought a lot of businesses together to try to get everyone thinking about, okay, what's the next steps after college? A lot of our scholars like you headed into senior year, got to get that first job. And so we want to make sure that you're prepared and ready for that.
Definitely do want to say it has been huge, especially making those connections at the Go Getters event. We had to sit down and talk to professionals and network with them, and also sit in mental health classes and sit in financial literacy classes. That's been huge help, and when I tell you it's been real impactful for me over the few years, I don't know how to really embrace it, So I do want to thank you for that.
Yeah.
So your journey been really impactful.
Yeah.
And what do you see yourself in like the next 5 years?
Well, I want to continue to build. Like I said, my kind of skill set is really on like the front end, the building, the creating. I'm a glutton for punishment in some ways. The bigger the problem, the more excited I get about it. So, I don't know. Chicago is a city of great opportunity. It's been really good to me, but I know the Chicago that I've experienced is not the same Chicago that a lot of people experience. And so I feel very called through whatever work that I get to do to make that more of a reality so that everyone experiences the same great city that I have.
Truly, what's the one quote, one powerful quote?
Yes. Okay. So I pull it up on my phone because I want to get it right. It's actually an African proverb. And it is, if you think you are too small to make a difference, you haven't spent the night with a mosquito. That really speaks to me because no matter where you think you're at, if you're at the top or the bottom, like leadership is not a title. It is how you show up. It is how you carry yourself. And so Even the smallest mosquito can make a difference. So it doesn't matter if you're an intern, you're a college student, or you're the CEO. You can make a difference. And so just remember that mosquito the next time you think you can't.
Appreciate you for coming. And appreciate you. Y'all want to learn more from Karen. I'm put her LinkedIn in the bio if y'all want to reach out to her and get to know her a little better. So thank you.
All right. Thank you.